The Today Show. Something happened on the Today Show?
No.
Oh,
I don't watch the Today Show.
I thought you had something prepared from the Today Show.
I think that shit sucks.
Or is that the Tonight Show?
I think it's the Today Show.
Is it?
Today Show? But it's at night.
I thought it was called the Tonight Show. With Jimmy Fallon? I don't even know who hosts it.
Oh, yeah. I think it is.
The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
Used to be like Matt Lauer, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with late night television.
The Tonight Show by Jimmy Fallon from Jimmy Kimmel.
Featuring Trevor Noah and James Corden and Adam, the guy who's that? There's such like a good collection of like Hollywood like dorks, like those guys, like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, like all the late night hosts, Trevor Noah, all of them.
Yeah.
Seth Rich, is that
I
guy's
have
name?
no idea
No,
who the fuck that
I don't think
is.
it's Seth Rich. I think Seth Rich is the guy that got killed during the WikiLeaks stuff. It's like a conspiracy
What
theory.
the fuck?
Seth Meyers is the other guy.
Okay.
And who else is
Rogen.
there? Seth Rogen.
He's also a cornball, but
Dude, oh my God. Have you ever seen like the Seth Rogen thing where he talks about living in LA and like your car getting broken into? Have you ever seen that Twitter that Twitter thing?
I feel like I remember him talking about it, but I
think
don't
it was
remember it.
Casey Neistat. You know who Casey Neistat is, right? The
I've heard of
YouTube
him
guy.
before.
I think it was Casey Neistat. He was in LA and his car got broken into and they stole a bunch of shit, like camera gear and shit. And he was like, man, fucking LA's a fucking joke. Like, he's from New York City, so, you know, he's like, oh, I'm a New York guy. Like, he was like, LA's a joke. Like, your car
New York
getting
City's the
broken.
best city ever. Nothing else compares.
It's kind of great because there was like two very pretentious people going at it on Twitter. Seth Rogen and Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat's car gets broken into. Oh, I think they steal some of the stuff from like his kids. I think that's why he was mad.
Oh, okay.
Like they stole like children's stuff.
Yeah, rightfully so,
Yeah.
I guess. But
So he's like, you know, basically he's like, fuck LA. And then Seth Rogen swoops in and he hits him with like the most like cringe Reddit shit ever. He's like, but what you have to understand, my dude, is like that just comes with like living in the city. He's like, I've had my car broken into so many times. And like you just kind of like that's just part of living here. And everyone's like, you're a fucking loser. Like, okay, Seth Rogen, like you could afford that.
yeah, for real.
But like if someone broke into my car, like fucked my car up, I couldn't afford it.
Right.
Like that would ruin me.
Yeah,
It's just so funny to be like, that's just part of
that's hilarious.
I mean, I guess we can elevate this into a bigger talking point, a current event talking point, with that whole Daniel Penny stuff. You know what I'm talking about? The dude who choked out the guy on the subway in New York.
I don't think I've seen that.
You're not on Twitter anymore, so
No,
I guess you're really not getting that.
What am I on?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Fair enough.
Feels good.
TikTok on occasion.
Yeah.
On occasion.
That's for the AI stuff. It's like,
Boom, boom, boom.
I hope nobody lobotomizes me today. It's like, I'm going to lobotomize.
Scary stories.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing. You hop on TikTok, you watch those, and then you get off. You watch the 3 I send you, and then you get off.
Yeah, just about.
You watch my 3, you send me 2.
Yeah.
You know, transactional.
Well, hold on before you get into the subway choking stuff. Back to like car getting broken into. I just sold my car, and I had a window that wasn't tinted for probably like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And my trunk has been broken for like 5 years because it got broken into.
Your car got broken into?
Yeah, when we lived when I lived by my high school.
Yeah, they stole the vape out of your car. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was all I stole. Oh, and a charger.
Yeah,
but
they stole like a phone charger and like a shitty vape that was like burnt
they
out.
Ransacked the whole thing, bro. They were in my spare tire thing.
Change, right? They stole like change and shit.
I think
like,
and a charger and a vape.
That's
And
crazy.
a very, very old vape. They smashed my driver's side window, had that door open, had the passenger side window, had the trunk open. Like, shit was just like fucking molested. It's crazy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so I woke up one morning and it fucking ruined me. That's for sure.
It's definitely like
I didn't even lose anything. It still fucking ruined me.
Yeah, right. Oh, I remember you had that fucking auto glass guy come out, and he was like texting you like a year later, like, "Hey, Gavin, just seeing if you need any more windshield work done."
Oh yeah, that was when I had to have you come and fix my seal on the window because he didn't clear all the glass out, so my fucking seal would just pop out.
Yeah, fucking, what a joke.
Yeah.
Windshield work isn't that hard. Like, you just gotta like, I'm not saying it's like an easy job, but you know, I started doing it when I was like 13 with my dad, and
Yeah.
it's not that complicated. Like, it's the shit he didn't do when he did your job, like, is the shit I was doing for my dad.
Yeah,
Like, it's that
crazy.
easy. Like, a 13-year-old could fucking do it.
Yeah. Did you? Okay, so. Fuck, we're going down a rabbit hole. When you were working with your dad, or like, because I get it through insurance, like I get free coverage, like I pay
Mhm.
for it.
You do pay for it. It's not that much, though, in Arizona.
I don't pay for it.
I
don't pay a lick. I pay like my insurance covers it.
It might be included in your. You pay for it,
Oh, well,
but it's like
no,
a couple bucks.
I pay for it through my insurance.
Yeah, it's like a couple
payments.
bucks. Like, it's literally like, I think windshield coverage in Arizona is like $8 a month,
That's crazy. Yeah.
and you can get like a new windshield twice a year, and your
Yeah.
rate, your rates don't go up and down.
Mhm.
Your rates don't go up on windshield
Only
replacement.
if it's more than whatever set they have, right?
Yeah.
So, were you guys a part of that process, or were you guys independent?
No, they you could do insurance work regardless of, well, how do I put this? It's a little different compared to other. You have to be on a network, so you have to have like certain things in place that can justify like you belonging to the network, like being on the network, and then you could start doing insurance work. Pays out way differently. Like, you got to wait like a month to get paid on an insurance job.
Jeez.
But it's, you have like the ability to make way more money, because like
Really?
me and my dad
Well,
did
because
a
you probably
cash
do more
job.
work.
Not necessarily.
No?
Like, I'm trying to think of like a good example.
The way I'm looking at this is like compared to you calling somebody to come do some work, or you having your landlord call somebody to do some work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably very different.
Yeah. So
it's
like
the same
with
thing.
the insurance stuff, you would call the insurance company, and then they would send you to their glass claims division, which is Safe Flight, funny enough.
Yeah.
Safe Flight
They
glass
do.
claims. Hi, you're gonna be going with a Safe Flight. Do you need a Safe Flight installer to come out and take care of that? And you're like, nope, I want. A lot of people don't know this, but Safe Flight has fucking taken over the windshield game. Like, it's not even funny. Like, they took over Europe. The company that owns Safe Flight started in Europe.
Really?
And they like wiped out all the like mom and pop glass companies.
Holy shit.
I can't remember the name of the company. I used to know it. But they, whatever that name is, they even have like the Safe Flight repair, Safe Flight replace, that whole
Yeah.
thing. They have that in Europe.
What?
Yeah. So they've totally like taken over Europe with the windshield stuff, and then they came here, and they're fucking. Arizona's pretty bad, actually. Like, I'm talking like government lobbying type bad.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So they're all up in the insurance side of the business.
Yeah.
So like they can like divert more people to Safe Flight.
Yeah.
But you can like just tell them like, no, I have my own installer already like picked out. Here's his number. Or you'll call them. You'll call the insurance company together, like link the call and then call the insurance, and then the installer. Because I had to do this with my car. My dad and his friend, the one that I lived with when I moved here, he did my windshield. And I called him, and then he called the insurance company for me. And then, I just hung out on the line, and I was like, yep, this is me, Nathan.
Hello, my name is
Blah,
Nathan.
blah, blah. Here's my number, stuff. All right, cool. Yeah, he's here to take care of it right now. Like, he already bought the windshield and everything, so they couldn't say no. And then he took care of that all for me. But they, it's just, it's a weird, like, you got to have, like I said, being on the network, there's, like, regulation to it and stuff.
Yeah.
Which makes sense,
Makes
because
sense.
I'm not going to lie, like, there's a lot of fucking scummy shit happening in auto glass, too. Like, it used to be, like, real common where it was like, we'll give you $200 if you let us change your windshield, we'll give you $100 or a gift card or Omaha Steaks or a free car wash or like a car wash pass to this car wash. Like, anything they could because the insurance it was zero deductible.
Oh.
Glass is zero deductible, so like
Okay.
you don't pay anything out of pocket.
Yeah.
So they're it then falls on the auto glass company to be like, how do we get you to say yes to us?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think they did some stuff that made that way harder to do. It's like illegal now to do that. I don't know exactly how that works now, but I remember my dad used to roll around with like a thing of certificates for like Omaha steaks or something like that, or like he would get like steaks that he would have to bring to a job when he would do it and give them steaks.
Christ, that's crazy.
Anything to get the, you know,
Fucking insurance
to get the job.
companies, bro. I swear.
Yeah, it's fucking insurance companies, right? Did you hear about that lady that got arrested because she was on the phone with Blue Cross Blue Shield? This was like this week. Like this happened like this in the past like week. After everything happened with the UHC guy, this lady was on the phone with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I guess she like was pissed because she was paying for something, and like, you know, they were giving, you know, standard insurance shit. They fucking like sicked the police on her and said that she was threatening them, and she got fucking like I watched like one of those videos, like, you know, when they're like in court, like when they're being held in jail and they have to go to court. She was like crying in the courtroom over it, and
Jesus Christ, she's in a jumper.
Yeah, she didn't do anything, bro.
That's crazy.
Apparently, she was just really rude on the phone.
Wow.
And she got arrested because of everything happening with the UHC stuff. Fucking bullshit, dude.
That is so crazy.
Fucking
that
bullshit.
tells you the type of power they have.
Right? I mean, it's... Oh, okay. We're going to jump back to the Daniel Penny stuff because now I can tell you about this. So, I think it happened like a year ago. This dude, he was a Michael Jackson impersonator. Homeless man.
Okay.
I think severely like schizophrenic, drug addict, like one of those situations where he's just fried.
Okay.
Just a fried individual.
Kind of like that dude we saw at Williams. Although I barely remember.
The guy, no. Like this guy was like a New York City impersonator type deal, like dressed up in costume.
Okay.
And he was walking around the subway, screaming at people, threatening people. Cue Daniel Penny, white guy, ex-Marine, you know, watching everything go on. And there was a lady, I think she was pregnant, or like she had a kid with her and she was pregnant, or she had like two kids, you know. He was walking, like he was approaching them saying like, I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to kill, or something, like, you know, the word kill. And he's walking towards a woman and a small child. So this Daniel Penny guy gets up. Well, I think he was already standing like at the ready.
Sure.
Walks over, puts the dude in a headlock. The guy was still alive when the police showed up. He died in police custody. Daniel Penny gets charged with his death.
What?
Goes to jail.
Huh.
He just beat the case last week.
Oh, congrats. Hold on, wait. Congrats. Oh shit. It's off. Congrats,
Yep.
Daniel.
Shout out Daniel Penny. And this has turned into like a whole like race debate. Like people on Twitter are talking about it. Like they're like, you're not gonna make me scared of my own people, like in New York City, blah blah blah. And then like the guy like says like, if you see a homeless person, like don't make eye contact with them, don't do that. Like he's like in the same vein, like in one sentence he's like, I'm never gonna be fucking scared of living with these people. Like you're not gonna make me hate my own, you know, brothers and sisters, blah blah blah. And then becomes like a black and white debate. You know, black guy gets killed, white guy gets celebrated. Gets into that, and then this guy responds to that same tweet saying that, and he's like, it's simple. If you see a homeless person, don't make eye contact with them, don't interact with them, don't. And it's like, oh, okay, so you're not gonna be scared of them, but you're gonna treat them like a fucking. Like that's what they tell you when you're like at the zoo and you're at like the gorilla exhibit. Like, don't make eye contact with them, don't rile them up. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
See, my initial reaction right there with the clapping and the applaud was not because of the race, correct? Right? It was because of the simple fact that he didn't fucking kill him.
The people there, well, not only that, the people there were like, I think that mom thanked him. Was like, thank you. Like, I was scared. And you stopped the guy.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was talking crazy. And now it's becoming like, I think there's some rioting happening. I think there's some peaceful protests taking place in New York City right now. I don't really know. I've been off Twitter for a little bit.
That Daniel Penny is not innocent? Is that...
They're trying to say that, like, yeah, he got away with it because he's white. He killed an innocent black person. and that guy's dad is suing Daniel Penny, even though that dad, like the guy's dad, wasn't even around. Like I think he was I think he gave him up to adoption or foster care or something. So like
That's crazy.
you know, just cashing in on your dead son and all that, which, you know, obviously I'm not happy that someone died. That's never the case.
Yeah.
But in that instance, like, fuck. Like, it's not like Daniel Penny was like, he put him in a headlock and like had him on the ground. And then when police got there, they didn't treat him because he was gross and smelly and sickly. So like, you know, I don't know whose fault it is. Whatever. But either way, like, it's not like it's his fault, I guess. I think headlock is pretty standard procedure for detaining someone. You can't, you know, it's not like a small child that you can like just kind of hold them there by like their arm.
Yeah.
Or like he's not gonna like lay on him and like
Yeah.
hold them out. Yeah, it was just and it was a subway car full of people.
Or
No one was doing anything.
God forbid he rests his knee on his neck.
Yeah, that would have been. Wait, no. Wait. I mean, then, you know,
History repeats itself.
there was a. Yeah, that's been kind of like
See,
the
that's
Twitter
the thing, like that sucks.
current Twitter discourse was around that whole situation. So
Yeah.
you're not missing out on much not being on Twitter. You don't have Instagram or anything, right?
I do have Instagram, but I don't have it. I don't have anything besides like friends and family on there, so I don't see any news or anything.
Mm-hmm. I think it's been like 4 years since I got off Instagram, and I literally like don't miss it for a second.
Yeah. Instagram is like my Facebook. I was like see like my grandparents and some of my friends posts. That's about it.
I have like a ghost Facebook account. Like it just says, you know, it has my name, no profile picture, no discernible information about me, no friends. I have no friends on there. I use it strictly for Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's where I spend a lot of my time. Actually.
I'm not gonna lie, I scroll Facebook Marketplace like Instagram. Like I'm constantly on there looking at shit.
Oh, I'm brewing the algorithms. I'm fucking.
Yeah. Like it shows me like the same it's Ford Rangers, Suzuki Sidekicks.
Yeah.
Some motorcycles mixed in there.
I still like I'll find something that I know I want to see more, and I'm like, I want to see more of this, even though I'm not gonna buy this. Click on it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
And then just keep going.
I do exactly that. I was looking at boats for a while.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was looking at boats just because I was like, I don't know, it'd be cool to have a boat one day. Like, what's the cost of a boat these days? And I was on there looking at boats, and now I still get boats.
That's funny.
And then you get like the crazy like people selling a vehicle for like you know, a crazy vehicle for like $300,000. I get like those listings too.
Oh yeah, like the Earth Roamers stuff.
Earth Roamers. Some people are selling like, I get a lot of kit built race cars.
Ooh.
Like those race cars that you build like based off of like a CBR 1000 engine or like a motorcycle engine.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the company. But there's a company that I've seen like 3 of their cars show up. You buy their kits, build them. They're like a little F1 car powered by a motorcycle engine or something like that.
Yeah.
And I see those listings pretty common because I have my range set to like basically like California.
Yeah, I think I have mine a little farther. Like I have like Nevada, Colorado.
I get Nevada. Yeah, I don't get Colorado.
Texas.
No, Texas.
Because I've been looking at a lot of vehicles, so I said it. Oh yeah, speaking of, I gotta change my shit up now.
For what?
I gotta work on my algorithm again. It's all fucking Tacomas right now.
Oh yeah, you're like, I already got it. I don't need another one. So now you gotta start looking at camping gear,
yeah,
overlanding equipment, all that cool fun stuff.
Tents and rig shit.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, dude.
Haven't told the podcast yet, Gavin. Oh, I knew it was gonna happen when I put my foot down. God damn it! When I put that second foot down, I knew I was asking for too much.
Getting too cozy, bro.
My fault, y'all. My fault.
Getting too camp cozy.
My fault, y'all. My fault.
I'm coming in a little bit.
Here, I'll lean back a little further this way. There we go. Gavin got a new whip Tell him about it. Yeah.
Woo! I got a fucking overland ready.
Tell him.
Taco.
Give him the rig rundown real quick, Gavin.
All right. So it's we got a 2016 taco.
Yep. License plate JH6 dash. No, I'm just kidding.
I couldn't even tell you what it is.
Yeah, I know.
Actually. Yeah, it's like a TRD off-road vibe on the interior. And
Is it a TRD?
No.
It's not.
No, it's custom. It's a fucking 4x4 SR.
SR5?
Yeah. So it's a 6-foot bed with an access cab. It's got some deleted seats. So I've got more storage back there. I've got 2 CBI bumpers. We've got solar hookups. We've got rigid overhead lights. What else?
Decked?
We got
you got a decked
we got decked
bed.
decked storage in the back of my bed. It's a beige color. It's got at least a 3-inch lift on it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think bigger than that.
I think it's a little higher than
I think
3.
like 4, 5 maybe. Got the
it's
Camberg. Got the
yeah.
Camberg upper. You got the Camberg upper arms. You got the fucking. You got the fucking
The
Bilsteins with the
Bilstein,
reservoirs.
yeah.
Like that's like some
Yeah.
balls to the wall suspension. Like
They're-
good
it's
ass
on-
suspension.
It's on 33s. Gonna push 35s probably after I get a tent going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get some chonkier tires on it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that's that. She's rocked and ready to go.
Dude, it's so sick.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, Gavin didn't tell me he got it. He just hit me up and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go get breakfast." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And then he called me or texted me and told me he was pulling up. So I went outside and whoop, there she is.
There she was.
No more TC. R.I.P. to the
Yeah.
TC.
You know what's funny about all that is like he was like, "All right, you ready to swap keys?" And I was like, "No." He just kind of looked at me funny, and I literally asked, I was like, "Can I have a minute?" So
bro,
I went out and I cleared my TC out, and I started getting a little emotional. And I was right in front of the front door where all the sales guys were standing, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I can't be crying in front of all these dudes just staring at me clearing out my car right now." But I'm getting emotional after driving this thing. It was my first car.
Dude, it's you
fucking
literally like
10.5 years.
I know
pretty
people
much.
who've been through like 5 cars since then, and Gavin has always had the same car, and I know, and I feel the emotional attachment to it too, because that was like our
that was
you
like
know,
everyone's
it was
whip
every
at
yeah
one, at one
yeah
point, like,
well, like not only that, like like that car's always been around,
yeah.
like I've ridden in that car a million times.
Bro, I was staring at the oolong sticker that you made that was
Yeah.
sitting on there, just fucking staring at it before I gave him the keys.
I know I have more of those stickers somewhere. We could put one
Me
on
too.
we could put one on the Tacoma.
I've got more of your stickers
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah. I did.
Maybe put one on the Tacoma. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's great to see though. That's a sick truck.
Yeah.
His
name's Charlie.
His name's Charlie.
Yep.
Tyler's Ann's trying to. Well, he talked to his aunt about buying a 2-door Explorer with it has 4x4 and all that cool shit on it. So like it's an older 2-door Explorer. He just has to get rid of his car to get it. He gets that, dude. If I fucking just buy a truck or an SUV, dude, we'll have the off-road rigs ready to go.
All you need is 4-wheel.
All I need is 4 wheels. No, yeah, I do want to get something with 4x4 because I want to get out there and like explore.
Yeah,
I want to get deep with it. So that's what's been going on. That's what the stable's looking like for Gavin now. Pretty sick.
Yes, sir.
We'll probably start. It's much too cold to hit the outdoors for me right now, but
See.
you're about well, okay.
I'm about to go sleep in the tent tonight. What are you talking about?
I guess Gavin's going camping, so we started we recorded this episode a little earlier than normal. He's he's gonna leave here and go hit the road.
And go break her in.
Yep.
She's already well broken it.
Yeah, I mean the things obviously.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the previous owner. Holy shit! I had to, like I was telling you earlier, I had to go through like 32 pages of Carfax because he had it in there like every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, just fucking on the dot, doing all recommendations, doing all these upgrades and shit. It was quite gnarly to look at.
Yeah, it's definitely far from stock. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like out the door, ready. I'm very excited.
Yeah. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick that I'm thinking about like if you took everything off of it, like if you took every like every like non-factory part off of it and like put it next to the truck, like to see how much there is, because it's like front bumper, rear bumper, rock sliders, roof rack, bed rack, the decked truck bed.
Yeah.
You got the seat delete in the back. You got all the stuff mounted on the front for the rails and stuff. You got light brackets. You got solar equipment. And I'm like, damn. Like when I went out there, and that was my first time seeing it, was this morning. You'd sent me the Facebook, or I think Tyler sent me the link because I was asking about it. And I was looking it over, and I was like, holy shit, dude, this thing is more like this thing's more bumper and like bumper and rack than it is truck at this point.
Truck,
like
yeah.
it's so far from stock.
For sure.
It's dope. It's dope though. It's very dope.
Easily, like, I feel like what it's valued at right now, there's more in upgrades.
Yeah, I'm in that position where I want to get a truck. I just want to buy a vehicle cash. I'm tired of a car payment, but I want to get a truck.
Yeah.
Trucks are still pretty pricey, but like SUVs, like older SUVs aren't that bad. And if I bought like an older SUV, I could just like rig the fuck out of it. Like roof rack, tent, fucking platform in the back, storage, solar, fucking mini fridge, like the overlanding fridges and little camp kitchen.
And now if you come out with me, you won't have anything to worry about, you know?
Yeah.
I just need a couple more things.
I mean, the thing's pretty fucking dialed. Maybe get like some recovery gear.
Yeah, just a little bit more. I think like
I would say recovery gear.
Some recovery gear, like a winch, some cans.
Winch, some of those little, what are those? Traction boards? Traction boards.
Yeah. Max
tracks. And maybe a shovel. And I think she'll be ready to rip. You can go anywhere at that point.
And a camera, I need a camera for it.
You need a camera?
Yeah.
For what?
There's like a dash cam.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny because you have a GoPro clip integrated into the windshield. You could just get like a GoPro mount and you could put a dash cam there.
You know, also, I forgot to show you is right under the hood, well, right in front of the first wheel well, there's a rock light mount.
Oh, really?
Like
so you can put rock lights?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the thing's fucking built, dude. It's built.
Pretty crazy.
It's weird.
I didn't know what they had.
It's weird what he chose to take off of it before trading it.
Yeah. That's what Ben was. That's what my stepdad was saying too. He was like, "Wow, I could see what he took off of here."
But no, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if we could start doing some Camp Cozy adventure stuff. Maybe make like little weekend video. Like it doesn't have to be like like just podcast. Like, you know, just like a reel, like footage from the weekend.
Yeah,
doing cool shit, having fun.
Compilation shit.
Yeah, I've been compiling some footage and assets and resources to make a new intro for the show, by the way. I haven't really told you guys about this.
For real?
Yeah, I got some music that I really like.
Nice.
And I think I'm going to make an alternate intro for when I do the solo eps. I have like an idea where I want to make like a talk show intro.
Okay.
So we're going to see how that plays out. But I've been collecting some stuff and messing with some stuff.
Fuck yeah.
I really want to, over the next year, you know, I'm about to move out of here. I'm going to be in a new place soon.
Dude, Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Fucking Christmas. Happy New Year.
Things have been flowing over here. Things have been going good. But moving out, I'm I'm gonna try and put a lot more time into working on the production aspect of our podcast. In terms of like, I'm not gonna build like a studio or anything stupid like that for now. I do want to. I would love if I was doing the solo eps to have like a talk show space, like have like a desk with like a fake view behind me, and like that whole thing. I've always liked that that aesthetic of like the solo talk show, like sitting at a desk with like some stuff in front of you to talk about.
Yeah. Or the way Tim Dillon does it now.
Yeah, or like I don't know. Do you know who Red Bar is?
Mm-mm.
No, he's like the biggest. You would love him. He hates stand-up comedians so much. He hates stand-up comedians a lot, but he has like probably the sickest set in the game. Like he hates everybody and like everybody hates him, but I think like one thing I've constantly seen is like people be like, God damn, dude, his set's so fucking good. Like he has like a desk where he does his show, and it's nicely decorated. He has like a little like city skyline behind him, that whole thing. And then like to the left, he has like an entire like band recording setup, and like everything's hooked up
fire.
like live. Like he could get up, walk over, and start playing the guitar.
That's cool.
Or like the drums, and it's like all hooked up together. It's a crazy set. Definitely will never build anything that looks anything like that though, because it's a whole space. Like it's bigger than this room. It's bigger than my living room probably.
Hey, speaking of, I'm working with like a pushing 70-year-old man, and he's like this old school rocker, just telling me about all his studios and all his fucking 80s Gibson guitars he has hanging up, and his crazy marble statues. And
you work with him?
I work with him.
Yeah. And he's just, dude, that sounds pretty sick.
Bro's crazy. Yeah.
He used to be in the recording industry?
I think he used to be in a band.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And his daughter works there. And he's been telling me all these crazy stories about when he was younger and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got on the topic of acid, of course.
Of course.
And he's like, yeah, like, I don't feel crazy, but everybody talks about once you do it enough, you kind of just, like, go crazy.
I've always heard, like, like, you do it, like, 2 or 3 times, and it's like, oh, legally you're classified as a schizophrenic or something like that. I've heard that.
Or, like, it's fucking psychosis or whatever.
Psychosis, yeah. Like, like it's confirmed psychosis or something. I don't know. I've heard that.
Or like you can get diagnosed type shit. But I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm only at like half a dozen, and he's like, oh, I'm way past that. I'm pushing like close to 50.
I was about to say 50. I was just gonna throw 50 out as a number.
Yeah, he was like, I'm pushing close to 50, and we're talking about all this, and we have speakers in there, and they got him fucking playing Pink Floyd for all of us. Money!
Yeah, money! So this guy's just jamming out at work. Is he? Does he do like the same thing you do? Like, is he working with you type deal?
Yeah. I think
cool.
They put us together pretty much all week. It was pretty sweet to get to know him a little better. That dude is fucking cool as shit.
Sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I like old guys. I don't like
too.
young people. Like, I don't like young people talking to me about like
younger.
Acid. Yeah, like younger people. Yeah. Like if you're under 30 and you're like, yeah, man, I've done acid like 50 times, and like I feel like there's like a legitimacy that comes from like a dude who's older than 50 telling you about it, because like he did it when it was like prime, like when it was what we think it is. Like it's not what it. The cultural. I think I've talked about it before, like weed, like how weed was back in the day. Like it was like 5%, 10%, like junk, but like it was, everyone loved it, and like now you're smoking like fucking cannabis cup, fucking Frankenweed GMO, like 40% flour that's like frying your brain, just getting zapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's like a certain sense of like genuineness when it's like an old guy telling you about it.
Yeah, he was telling me stories about how they were like smoking in groups in like festivals or whatever, and like the cops would like snatch the one dude and like fucking handcuff him to the car.
Yeah. I worked with a bunch of old guys when I was at that golf cart company, and they used to tell me stories. Like there's this one guy. We had just like a Bluetooth speaker that we'd play music, and we'd all take turns playing music. And this guy Don, he was like probably like in his like 50s. He was not a fan of rap music whatsoever. Was not too keen on it. So he's like, man, like I'm fucking tired of listening to this fucking shit, garbage, junk, fucking la 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 la. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna make him like a playlist, and like I'll hop on aux and I'll just play like classic rock for him.
Yeah.
So I made a playlist and we were listening. We're playing music and everyone like no one really cared. Like they're like, oh yeah, this is like I'm fine with this. They're talking about like, oh, this band, that band, this band, that band.
Sure.
And this other old guy comes from like another station. His name is Bill. And he was like, oh, man, dude, like, I went and saw this band. I don't remember what band we were talking about. He's like, I went and saw this band in the 80s. Like, I was at, like, a show in New Jersey. He's like, man, we had just enough money to buy tickets. He's like, we had no money for food. Like, we got there. Like, our friend's older brother dropped us off, and we had no money, and we were going to be here for 2 days. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, so what'd you do? He's like, we went into town. We found a place that was a $3 buffet. We all ate a bunch of fucking food. Oh, they spent all their money on the tickets to the show and acid and weed. Like they had like they bought all that and they're like, shit, we're out of money and we need food. So they went to a place that had like a $3 buffet. They filled up there and then they started like putting food in their pockets and they took it out there and they were. He was talking about like just stories like that, like crazy stories like that, or he's talking about how he got thrown out of a show and it was like raining really bad, and he got into a fight with like security guards and like an officer,
Jesus
like,
Christ.
and it was raining out and they like threw him out in the mud, so he was all pissed. So he hopped in his car. And he gets in his car. He's driving angry. He's like, fuck this fucking place. I don't give. And he's all pissed off. Yeah. And then like he's driving through the rain. He's going like 25, 30, and all of a sudden like a guy appears like in the road, like a worker with like cones. And I guess he said that he didn't like run him over, but he like clipped him. Like he clipped the dude, and so he's like, oh fuck, and he like slammed on his brakes and he hops out and he like goes and like to look at the guy, like check on the guy, and the guy's like, he sees the guy's like getting up and he's like, thank God. He hops in his car and takes off. Doesn't like, he's like, he's alive. That's all I care about. Clipped him. He said he caught him like with like the right side of the bumper, and the dude went like over the hood, like to the side. I'm like, Jesus,
fucking hell.
That's fun. That's a good time.
That is crazy, dude.
Old guy stories though are the best. When
they
like,
are the best.
Oh, dude, because it's like no matter who you're talking to, they always tell the same story. It's like, dude, it's like 1978. Me and my boys, we're out looking for some pussy. Like it's always the same. Yeah, it's always like me and my buddies.
Me and my buddies
trying to get laid.
Yeah, weed, girls.
Also, we're on this drug, this drug, this drug. I've been drinking for 3 days. Like.
And we're at this festival.
Yeah, I'm at this place singing. Oh, and I remember it now. Like Steely Dan takes the stage. And like,
yeah.
Like they always have like hilarious. The best. Like they're like writing a story in and of itself to like talk about that. It's so funny. It's,
the way the way it probably happened is just like articulate at this point.
It was probably so much better though back then.
Yeah, it's probably a lot more genuine.
Like I just saw a thing where like if you went and saw Michael Jackson perform at Wembley Stadium in the 80s, it was like the ticket was like $17.50 or something like that. Jeez. And like in today's money, it would be $65. Like what? Concerts are like my girlfriend just told me her sister bought 2 tickets for System of a Down in Chicago, and she's like, yeah, she got both tickets for like $640, pretty good deal. And I'm like, what? I would not pay $300 to do anything for 1 day. I mean, that's like Disneyland. You know what I mean?
That's like a full day of work, bro.
That's more than a day of work. I ain't trying to. I'm not gonna get into the numbers, but that is $300 is 3 days of work easily.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Oh no! I'm doing the math now. That's not true. It's like a little less than 2 days of work. It's like 1.5 days of work, but $300, bro, to go to a concert for a 5-hour event, if that. I mean, System of a Down's dope. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see System of a Down, but holy fuck.
Yeah, and plus it's like openers you don't know or you don't like. Like it's never like it's few and far between where you're like, oh my god, I can't wait for the openers.
Yeah.
So you're just standing there like barely enjoying yourself.
Yeah. Just like waiting for
in
whoever
like
you can.
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, the worst was when going to
By the time the main headers come on, your fucking feet hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember going to like underground shows in high school, like when you'd go to see, someone like a famous like an underground rapper, and then you have to sit through like 6 garbage tier openers, and like the music scene, like the underground music scene here is really weird. So it's like you'll go see a rapper, but like you got to sit through like 2 hardcore bands,
Yeah, and an indie,
and then like
an indie,
a rap group that like like is just like trying to do like a Suicide Boys type thing. Like me and Tyler went to a show.
Between fucking ICP and
Suicide me and Tyler Boys. went and saw Xavier Wolf back in like 2018, I think. 2018.
Oh yeah.
At Club Red.
Yeah.
And we had first opener. There was like 2 rappers. Like it was like a rapper, and then it was like the second opener was like a group of rappers. They were okay. Like I was like, okay, this is cool. You know, they're having like they had good energy. Like they were getting the crowd pumped. And then Xavier Wolf was late. So they had to call in like one of their like trusty, like if they call these people, they'll show up type deal. Like, and it was like a hardcore rap rock thing. And like the dude showed up and he's wearing like a ski mask and he's like putting the mic around his neck and like doing weird shit like that. And everyone's booing him. And then he takes off his fucking ski mask. And he you remember what Scrim from Suicide Boys like used to look like back in the day, like the bleach dreads and all that?
Mm-hmm.
He looked exactly like him. Like he was trying to be him, but he was like 80 pounds heavier than him. Like he was fat Scrim.
That's
so funny, dude. So funny. And
oh
you know,
yeah. So, this reminds me, dude. I went to go see Underground Underdog Tour. Puya, Fat Nick, Germ. And
exactly, no, like that's literally the same space. Like this is the same space.
This is at Club Red, yeah.
Oh, okay then, yeah, definitely. Like you probably saw like 1 or 2 openers that I saw.
Probably. Bro was first off, they started booing him. Bro started throwing his CDs into the crowd.
Was it one guy?
Yeah,
like a younger guy?
I think so. I don't remember him, but everybody was booing him and shit. And throwing his CDs back at him.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
It's funny going to those shows and seeing those people. Like
nowadays, bro, I don't go to shows like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like
me and Tyler went.
Plus, I'm trying to. If I'm going to a show, I want to see the openers. Dude.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to enjoy the openers.
Have a cool.
Like, shows are so few and far between for me now. I'm not going to sit through the openers anymore.
Well, me and Tyler
especially
went
when the show is like a fucking crumb ticket is $70.
Yeah,
to get into the Van Buren, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, are you?
That's crazy. We went and saw. Where do we go? The Nile. We went to the Xavier Wolf Halloween show.
Okay.
The openers were way better, but it was like all hardcore bands. All hardcore. There was not a rapper. It was crazy.
That is crazy.
Which is like, okay, I like hardcore. You know, I don't love hardcore. I like the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And one of the bands was really good. Like I actually listen to their music now thanks to their opening performance. But yeah, like seeing the shift to where like now like that's the new like underground rap isn't really like the thing anymore. Like now it's like, you know, underground hardcore music and stuff like that. And dude, those venues
now everyone's like
those venues get so
Deftones
packed.
is the best band ever.
Deftones.
Okay.
Deftones and like
now I'm
you know.
gonna stop listening to them.
No, don't let other people ruin that for you.
Well, it's when I go on TikTok. Every other fucking TikTok is you. Like, oh my god, dude, that was my favorite song.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but I came to like a conclusion that like they're coming for everyone.
Yeah,
they're
true.
gonna get you one day. Like
That's
it
true.
doesn't
That's
matter
fair.
how far
it's like,
you go.
Oh, dude. Okay, fuck. I'm at work. This girl, she's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, she's cool. I like her. She's a good worker. Nice person.
Mm-hmm.
She's playing Deftones on the speaker. And I'm like I'm like, great music selection. Like, awesome.
Yeah.
You're playing Deftones and Alice in Chains. Cool. I fuck with that. Keep playing it. She's like, yeah, I haven't really listened to this music much. Like, I'm new to it. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, this is like one of my favorite Deftones albums. And she's like, oh, yeah, I heard about this from TikTok.
You said
It's like,
Deftones and Alice in Chains, and I already knew where this was going.
Fucking, I don't know why.
It's
it
like
just hurts my
Deftones,
brain.
like
Is it because I'm
Deftones.
just not used to the way that like the networking showcases?
Deftones fans
happening
aren't
now?
like Alice in Chains fans. Like those are like two group. Like if you were to like remove all the TikTok like interaction with that
that's
music,
what I'm saying
they're
too.
two very separate things.
Very, very. Remove TikTok from the equation.
And like those two bands would never be like considered next to each other at all. Like they're two very, very, very different. Deftones is cool because it's like different new metal. You know, like you have like Limp Bizkit, Korn, and fucking
Yeah, it's like alternative and shit. You know?
yeah. They kind of did their own thing with the new metal wave, kind of like how Limp Bizkit did.
True.
I like that kind of. That's the music that I like grew up listening to is like new metal.
I
like
grew
my
up on
uncles.
like Alice in Chains.
Yeah. Like I had my older my papa. You know, my papa like shaped my music taste, and then like my uncles like also did. Like my papa would listen to like, what's that? Do you know Steve Vai is the guitarist?
No, I fucking am not good with
No?
names.
Steve Vai, like he
What band
plays
is
like
he in?
I don't know if he was in a band, but like he's like a solo performer. He did the Halo 2. You know when you like the Halo 2 like alternate track where it's like the
Yeah.
but then it has like an electric guitar like shredding with it.
Yeah.
That's Steve Vai. He
Oh,
played the
okay.
guitar for that. But my papa used to he used to have these like DVDs of like 4-hour concert performances where it's like all the like Yngwie Malmsteen, like all the like legendary guitarists like got together and like just shred for 5 hours playing like double guitar. Like
My head would explode.
Steve Vai played like a triple guitar on stage where he had 3 different guitars built to each other.
Yeah,
and he would just like switch, like jump around on them.
That's crazy.
He had like the 2 guitars, like Tenacious D when he's on stage. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen Tenacious D
I
in the
don't
Pick of Destiny?
think so.
Jack Black.
Uh-uh.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Have you never seen Tenacious D?
Is it? I don't know. I'm not
Tenacious
the
D in
biggest Jack Black
the Pick
fan.
of Destiny.
Not the biggest Jack Black
He has a
fan.
guitar. He has a scene where they get the.
Oh,
pick
that's
of,
the rock movie.
Yes,
Okay, I
yes.
know what you're talking about.
He gets like the Pick of Destiny and they perform a show. You know, I did not mean to blow your mind. You know, you've never seen anything about that?
No.
Okay. So like, you know, it's like poof, like magic happens and he's playing like it's like a pair of like a woman like a woman's legs like open and he's like playing the guitar. He's like, yeah, it's great. It's great.
That was funny. That's
Steve Vai's like playing like a real life version of that guitar. It's not a woman's legs, but like it's like a split guitar and he's
Nice.
playing it like just off like finger fret like
That's
like
fire.
shredding. But my papa had like all the live performances of like Genesis and like Phil Collins. Like, dude, there's this
I
Phil
love
Collins
Genesis.
DVD that he used to always play
Really?
where like it's raining while they're performing and Phil Collins is like going ham on the drums and he's like smacking the drums and like the water's like coming up and
That's so
dude, and my papa used to like always had like the surround sound equipment, like always had the sound equipment because like yeah, he watches like movies, but like he was really into like the DVD like concert experience stuff. So like he had all these DVDs of like all these concert performances.
That's cool.
And you know, he put me on to all the cool stuff, Kenny Loggins and the Redwoods, Genesis and Phil Collins.
Genesis is up there for me.
Genesis is I'm a huge Phil Collins head.
Me too.
I think we've always been that way too. I think we watched a show that had Take Me Home in it. I think it was Mr. Robot had Take Me Home in it as like one of the season ending songs.
Yeah. When they lit all the money on fire.
Yeah, we were talking about like that song and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, Phil Collins this, Genesis that, and I think that's when I realized I was like, dude, Gavin might be the only other person that knows about Genesis or Phil Collins.
Dude, their music gets played so much and nobody fucking knows that.
No one like
It's crazy.
acknowledges. I mean, obviously Phil Collins
it's
is
on,
like
it's on a lot of corporate radio, but a lot of people don't realize or acknowledge it.
mhm.
It's crazy. They just
Yeah.
hear Phil Collins, or they don't even know.
Yeah. No, I
It's
get what
pretty
you're saying.
gnarly.
Yeah, they just think like Phil Collins, not Genesis as like a whole.
Yeah.
But great. Like he put me onto all the oldie stuff, and then my uncles like came in and like put me onto like all the new metal, Limp Bizkit. Actually, my aunt really liked Limp Bizkit. I used to roll around in a Hummer in an H3, a yellow H3 with my aunt, listening to Limp Bizkit, like Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog
That's
flavored
fucking
water.
hilarious.
I was like 5,
That's crazy.
and she was like, "Yeah." Like I would always tell her like, "Put on Limp Bizkit." Like obviously, that was like my shit. I was little ass kid, always wanted to listen to Limp Bizkit.
I grew up listening to like the Guns N' Roses crowd.
I just
and my dad reenacting it.
oh yeah,
Funny enough.
because your dad played what, bass, guitar?
He does play. Yeah, I think he still plays bass guitar, but yeah.
Or are you talking like him like reenacting like air guitar, like?
No. Like he would play songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And play the music. He had a bunch of CDs and shit.
I went.
I grew up on that in country music. He got very like hell yeah, brother, when he moved out here.
Oh yeah, yeah. It tends to happen. Yeah, country music was like a like an in between because my dad's from Georgia, but he's not like a fucking. My dad's not a redneck, you know. My dad actually, my dad has probably shown me more like rap, like Outkast and T.I. Like he was into all that stuff. Like he probably showed me more of that than any other genre of music.
Nice.
Little country
Yeah.
here and there, but country music is kind of something that I'm very picky on. Like I'm not gonna say I won't listen to any of it because that's not true. I do like some of it, but like I'm so like hyper. Like I only like Sturgill Simpson and like those
Gavin.
type dudes. Gavin Adcock. Have you been listening to Gavin Adcock?
No.
No. Yeah, like those. Like I'm very picky on like who I'll consider in my little ring of country artists.
That's fair.
And usually they're like people who kind of like transcend like country. Like
Yeah.
like Sturgill Simpson is like this philosophical, like everyone's into him because he's into like the psychedelic side and
That's cool.
stuff like that.
You know what's been on repeat for me, bro?
What's that?
Seven Dust.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been cranking that album too. I like that album. Gavin put us on to a great album that
Yes,
I've been listening to pretty frequently.
Yeah, Seven Dust, late 90s, like, we'll call them metal. We'll call 'em
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, they're
They're a little heavy.
it kind of reminds me of like I had like a way of describing them. Let me think about it for a second. It's like Alice in Chains mixed with like 9 Inch Nails. Like they kind of have
Yeah.
that like that industrial
Yeah.
like industrial sound, like
a little
9 Inch Nails.
alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like techno sounds.
Yeah.
But like also like the super heavy guitar riffs and like the vocals are remind me a lot of like Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
And then what's that? There's a song on that album that like, you know, it's all like that like aggressive, almost like Rob Zombie too, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
that's
you have
what
that
it-
one.
that's what it reminds
I think it's like the second or third song in the album. It's like a power ballad almost.
me. Yeah.
I could-
A prayer?
I think
Is
it's
that what you're
prayer.
talking
Yeah,
about?
it's like a power ballad,
Yeah.
like a love song, power ballad.
I remember praying.
Yeah, dude, that album is sick. Very
That
very
shit
cool
is
album.
Fire.
But I've been
Well, halfway through that song, it changed. So it's like, bow down.
yeah.
Who do you pray to?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's. How did you find that?
I have no idea.
You just stumble like artists, like similar, because like that's how it.
So I think a lot of times what happens to me is like I'll find a artist or a genre at that point, and Spotify will help me like curate like similar artists. Like I'll go to like a mix from that artist, or like I'll like oh, I really like this song, and then I'll go like this song's radio. You know, you can do that. You know. Like,
Yeah.
where you can like songs based on or radio based on this song.
that specific song.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And when I'm at work, and then like something will literally just like catch my eye or like catch my ear, and I'll just be like, "Oh shit, this is sick as fuck."
Yeah.
I'll do the whole like, cause I can't. I'm in a lab with gloves and shit. I'm all gowned up and down, so I'll do the whole thing where I'll like screenshot like through my pocket the song and then go
Mhm.
back later, and then I'll just go from there. That's how I found Seven Dust, and then, yeah, I just started listening to fucking Black, the first song.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a banger.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to be really into like digging for music like that. Like that was back when like SoundCloud was like the king.
Yeah.
And I was listening to SoundCloud. I remember I used to always hit like the similar artists or artists others
Yeah.
like, and then like I would go off that, find some songs, do that.
Yeah.
Like try and like debase like I like this artist. Let's see if I can find someone who's like 5 degrees removed from them, like totally like obscure.
Yeah.
500 plays on a song, finding something cool like
Definitely.
that. That was always fun to me.
Back then in the SoundCloud days, one of our friends was just like this crazy music head, and would always put me onto everything. So I wasn't really doing too much searching back then, to be honest.
Yeah, that you were kind of just like pointed like in the direction.
Yeah,
of,
bro.
this
Like
is
we
some
would
cool
hang out
stuff.
and he would just play music, and I'm like, what is this?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy though, cause like me and Gavin used to be really into like underground rap, finding like all those different artists. Like, and now like I'm seeing like after finding them back then, like them playing out now, like I'll hear like a Black Cray song on like a TikTok, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god,
Not
these
this
youngins
again.
don't even know.
Yeah, for real.
Like
Okay.
so many like old like that I've been getting like people are like into fuck was Young Bro,
Oh.
the Lil Tracy like original project
Yeah.
that he was doing.
Yeah.
I'll get TikToks of like those sound like music from that era, and I'm like, dude, you guys weren't even. I try not to be a hipster about it, but I'm like, you guys are fucking so late to the show. Like, you guys are so late to the party.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, bro.
How music, like, well, 'cause that's like pretty obscure music, but like we've seen that, like people like obscure music, like Memphis music, like
Yeah,
funk and stuff.
true.
Like people, that one song that Kenny Beats chose for Freddie Gibbs, the what's her name, Miss White Cocaine.
Yeah.
You know that song was on GTA 5.
Oh, really? Like the
Frank
original song?
Frank Ocean has like a GTA 5 radio station,
Yeah.
and he did a lot of stuff where he would like pick music for it, and he found that album and put it up on that, like figured out how to get it licensed with the original guy, and you know now it's found, but like that song, like, you know, that music like only exists on like cassette tapes that get uploaded to the internet.
That's true.
Like back when like that was like the only way to distribute that kind of music and like hold on to it was like using cassette tapes, and now people like find those things and they just dump them on the internet. And
Yeah.
Okay,
YouTube
kinda.
is a great place to find that kind of stuff.
there's like
on YouTube, my algorithm is like deep diving me in like old Japanese bands. It's pretty sick. That's how I found By the End of Summer.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gavin put me onto a Midwest emo band from
Kyoto.
Kyoto, Japan. They only made one album like back in 2019, and they haven't released any music. Like, are they still around? I found their
have no
Instagram.
idea.
I like found their Instagram, and like they still post on it.
Really?
But like they perform, but like, yo, make new fucking music. I hate when I find a band that has like one thing from 5 years ago. Like,
That's true.
I mean, there's got to be a reason, right? Like they're not doing something. There's got to be a reason they're not making any more music, but
Yeah,
fuck, I
that's
want more
true.
of it. They
Yeah,
have
I
like
feel that.
5 songs.
Hey, bro, shout out to music.
Shout out music. Hey, can we take a second to shout out music real quick? Dude, this is the most the soundboard's been used.
Shout out to music, guys.
There we go.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, we're coming up on this hour mark,
That's
and
gonna do it.
Gavin's got to hit the road.
Yes, sir.
He's got some
Driving.
to do. So that's another, you know, we'll chill up. You know, we weren't really getting into anything too crazy this week.
What's her name?
Miss White Cocaine. So yeah, that's been another episode of Camp Cozy. Thank you, folks.
Yep.
Have a good one.